I'm live. I got my super dry on. Look at this. Look at this. Look, see that? Oh. Oh. Hello, my name's Gordon Thomas White, 61 Cox Row. I've noticed the police don't do nothing. They abuse people, right? You sent a fat, stinky police officer, a lady, come into my room, right, with some mental health and locked me up, right? I looked after someone. I've sold pianos to families all over Somerset and London, okay? And then I looked after Kim Dayton. Right, she was separated with her partner, and she had 5 children. And I took them to see their dad, right, in Derby. I drove from Southampton to Derby with the fucking children, right. And I went to foster placements because they were getting abused and chucked out. Robert Arthur's was actually treated like shit, right. And foster placements were ruining him and destroying him. He was out on the streets, a poor little child. You bastards, fucked up, you idiots. I'll tell you now, seriously. Right, Claire Clements, right, Amy Clements, Adam Clements, right, and my daughter. I drove them up to see their father, right. Like, now, what can I say? I mean, there's Robert Arthur's that was abused and fucking destroyed by fucking foster placements. right? Because I was going in meetings. I was in the meetings. I was actually going to foster placements and looking after the poor little bastards. And you fucking idiots, you screw up all the fucking time. Stay out of my house. Don't come near me, you fucking stupid little cunts. Oh, yeah, did I just shout at a police lady? Yeah, you fucking stupid little bastards. I looked after the family next door to my mother's. I did, honestly. I looked after Claire, Amy, Adam, Robert, Ian, and my daughter. Yeah. Yeah, foster placements. It was crazy. It pissed me off. I just seen some shit. I don't know what the fuck it was. But there was a fat, short, fucking stinky police lady bringing fucking mental health into my fucking flat and taking me to Basingstoke. Now, where the fuck did that go? I can't find it now. I see it. It was the fucking police. It was a response to my complaint. And they fucking dropped the charges and all that shit. And I can't find it now. Where the fuck is it? I read it. I see it. And where the fuck is it? Yeah, we've got to tell the police to fuck off. Because they're shit. They're fucking rubbish. Yeah. I think my daughter was actually pretty heartbroken when I actually left her well, I know what it was. Well, I never left her. What it was, I kind of like give the house back to her mother because I had to get away from Alan Snook, and his son don't even fucking like him. Alan Snook has got a provisional license. He's still fucking driving around, I reckon. And he was like, this was fucking amphetamine. Like, I was getting fuck off, mate. You know what I mean? Pissed me off all the time. He was a little wanker. He was jealous and everything. I riding bikes with an all pair, right? A lady from France, I think she was. I'm sure she was. And like I look after people. Right, I took other people in Basildon, in Loaford. I took them up to school to pick up their kids and took them home. Right, I've been fucking good with kids and all that shit. I'm fucking amazing. I make people feel good and smile and all sorts of shit. And the police ain't doing nothing. And it was a fucking stinky fat police lady. Right, she's on my YouTube. Look and see. You can see the stupid little sluts. Right, yeah, but tell the sluts to fuck off. Because I'll tell you what. I don't give a fuck. If you're a police officer, I'm going to fucking grill you, you cunt. There's my daughter. Has she got any troubles? I don't think so. It was my mother. It was my mother's fault. It was. I'll tell you now, seriously. She hated the fucking children. Kid next door. She hated the kids. Seriously. And the foster placements, they hated the kids. Yeah, so fuck them all, right? Fuck the police, stinky little dirty cunts. Fucking police, shit as fuck. Hello? Who's this? Who are you? What's your name? Your black name. No, what was I looking for? Where did I? Oh yeah, that's right. Hang on. Hang on, let's try that. No, it's not. I've got to pay the bill, ain't I? Where did that go? Where the fuck is it? It was a police response. It was a response from the police. DWP, we received your budgeting loan. Oh, that's good. Yeah. Nationwide. Yeah. I'm finding the police again. Oh, hello. Oh. All right, four. Hello, sir. I need to know, did you send me a message saying you're not going to make any charges against a police officer that abducted me from behind? That's what I mean. Well, actually, I got annoyed very straight away. I mean, I was going crazy because I'm getting abused by the NHS and the police, misdiagnosed. Right? If you look at how many doctors we got that are not English, okay, they're Indian, Asian, they're everything but white and British. You know what I mean? I want British people. I'm a British kid. I grew up right, a Cub Scout Army cadet. Right, and I'm looking after a family next door to my mother. My mother allowed loads of drugs to be smoked in her house, right? Okay, but now she won't even admit okay, which friend it was that give her an advice to go to Desborough House, okay, and get me into a situation. Right, what it was, okay, you wouldn't believe it. I'll tell you what, I get abuse from the police and the NHS. I'm actually making you look like shit. I'm live now on YouTube, right, and I'm telling you now straight away. I want to know what's going on with the police and why are they coming through my door every. I mean, it's been like several years now, right? And my mum, right, she sits there. I'm not going to tell you who my friend was. You know, but I want Steve Flood to be arrested. Steve Flood is the little bastard that told my mother I was not well when I was looking after next door, driving a family up to see their dad in Derby, going to foster placements, right, looking after the children, right? What's going on with this fucking country? Christ, it's all fucked up. The police are fucked up. I need some support. I don't want to keep getting dragged out of my house with warrants, right? Assessments from fucking Asian or Indian or fucking African, whoever the fuck they are, right? I'm British. Look after the British people. Don't fuck up the British people. I'm sorry, I'm still annoyed. And I'm live on YouTube, right? Now you tell me, what's going on? Are you gone? Oh, he's gone. Has he gone? Are you gone? Right, that's what. Okay. He's not even talking. Oh yeah, there we go. What is this? Yeah, it's an email. Where the fuck did that go? Oh, I've just gone back. Yeah, that's it. Down Gemma. That's all right. This is going straight on Instagram. Yeah, I'll just screenshot it. Where's Instagram? Let's keep it all public. Oh, hang on. Go back a bit. Move it down a bit. Get that name in there. Who the fuck is that bitch? News list out. Yeah, that's right. Oh. Police and NHS abuse will be dealt with. There you go. Let's play it again. Oh, where's my backy? Hello, sir. I'll tell you now, I found what I was looking for. It's abuse from the police, and it's this is from kindest regards. Please stop phoning the police. I mean, what are you going to do next? I mean, Christ. Here we go. Police staff 17542 Jammer Mills. I don't really want to talk to that police lady to come into my home and drag me out of my house and put me into a van and maybe go stay in Basingstoke. I'm not happy at all. The abuse I've received from the NHS and police is disgusting. What I want to do is Gemma Mills, right? Okay, professional standards investigator, complaint resolution unit. Now I'm trying to investigate a crime. Okay, a crime. Now, my mum's house was filled with drugs, right? My brothers were selling drugs and I was selling pianos. And I looked after a family next door to my mother, right? Now, my mother didn't like the children. She hated the children. My mum's a horrible woman. But like I say, I mean, all you've done is let my mother get away with murder. And you've dragged me around all over the country. I've been to Brighton, I've been to Basingstoke, I've been to Weston-super-Mare, dragged all over the country. You made my daughter travel that far. All that way to go and see her dad. Are you there? He says, "Oh, thank you, goodbye." Thank you, goodbye. The fucking shitty little cunt. Go and have a wank, you little bastard. That's 101. That's the police. You know what I mean? Resolution Centre. Fucking bastards. What the hell? They're shit as fuck. See, now what the problem is, okay, maybe I want a policeman. Maybe I want a social worker. No, but I was the fucking piano man looking after families. So why the fuck should I watch my mother hate the children next door, have all the drugs in her house? You know what I mean? And Mark White, my other brother, was fucking growing weed in the house next door. You know what I mean? What the fuck? Seriously, this country's fucking fucked up. Seriously. Never mind. If you see a police officer, smash him in the face. Go on, attack the police officer. Yeah, do it. Attack him. Where did I put my tobacco? Oh my God, that's crazy. It was outside. Yeah, look. Should we get some more of these, right? Real Stone Rover investigates the police. The police. Police abuse. Oh, someone's saying, "Good morning, sweetie." Morning. It must be America. Yeah, it probably is. Let's see this. Hey, babe. Hang on. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh, it's her. She's quite a nice lady, actually. She's in America. She's lovely. Yeah, she's all right. Nice lady. she got into an argument with me because she wanted me to send her a gift card. But like I say, I mean, it could be a black man, you know what I mean? Because black men, they will fucking sit there with photographs and all this shit. But I did actually see her arguing like crazy. I don't want your iTunes. I don't want your gift cards. But at the bottom of the video, I put what I see, and it's fucking her asking for gift cards. Yeah, there it is. And she still wants $100. Yeah. And I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to give no one no money, and unless they come in here and ask me, you know, for some support. Should we go on live on Facebook as well? Why ain't you answering her? Who's this one? Sorry, I'm kind of busy. Yeah, I am busy. What it is, I'm dealing with the police and the NHS. NHS is National Health Service. Now, what it is, I'm trying to deal with a lot of abuse from the NHS because they get the police to come around my house and just lock me up. It's a load of shit because my mother used to let loads of drugs go into her house and she hated the fucking children next door and she treated everyone like shit, right? And the problem is now, my mother is getting old and she don't want to say nothing about anything, right? And she fucking caused loads of shit. And I can't get rid of the NHS or the police. The little bastards don't do fuck all for me. Yeah. Why aren't you answering, hon? I'm busy. What it is, I'm dealing with the police and the NHS. The NHS is National Health Service. Now, what it is, I'm trying to deal with a lot of abuse from the NHS because they get the police to come around my house and just lock me up. It's a load of shit because my mother used to let loads of drugs go into her house and she hated the fucking children next door and she treated everyone like shit. Right? And the problem is now, my mother is getting old and she don't want to say nothing about anything, right? And she fucking caused loads of shit. I can't get rid of the NHS or the police. The little bastards don't do fuck all for me. Yeah. There you go. It's the police again. Yeah. I'm not answering the phone now. Come on then, pig. Pig. Come on, pig. I'm just telling America that there's basically no chance of getting anything done in this country. This country's fucked up. Yeah. Oh, ow. I'm going to get some more of these done, right? Investigate the police. Hello, sir. I'm trying to get through to you guys. I'll tell you what it is. This is around the world, right? I talk to different people around the world all the time. It says, "Hey, babe. Hi, hon. How you doing? Good morning, sweetie. Blah 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 blah." And then I answer because she was getting upset because I didn't respond. But this is now. I'm busy. What it is, I'm dealing with the police and the NHS. NHS is National Health Service. Now, what it is, I'm trying to deal with a lot of abuse from the NHS because they get the police to come around my house and just lock me up. It's a load of shit because my mother used to let loads of drugs go into our house and she hated the fucking children next door and she treated everyone like shit. Right, and the problem is now, my mother is getting older and she don't want to say nothing about anything, right? And she fucking calls loads of shit. You know, I can't get rid of the NHS order place. The little bastards don't do fuck all for me. Yeah. That's it, really. That's a quick message to a lady around the world, you know, somewhere else. I relate with people around the world, I do, honestly. Are you still there? No. Have you gone as well? No. That's shit. Oh well. What am I looking for now? Let's have a look. No caller ID. Can't call that on my back because that's no caller ID. That's the NHS. No caller ID. They do it all the time. They're fucking shit. You can see the state of my stomach is a hernia. You know what I mean? It's not going to get sorted out, is it? What day is it? What time is it? Let's have a look. Yeah, well, actually, I'll tell you what, actually, then. I'll talk to the courts myself. Let's see now. Southampton Crown Courts. I do talk to them. You know, I've talked to them in the past. Southampton Crown Courts. There it is. London Road, yeah, I've been there. Oh yeah. I ain't been in trouble, I think. Civil matters and family, all of it. Yeah, verbal abuse. That's right. I'm not going to get abused. I'm not going to get verbally angry and upset. Not with the Crown Courts. Civil matters. Are you going to talk? Come on. Come on, then. Actually, I hope someone answers the phone. Hello, mate. You all right? How you doing? Do you want to say hello to the world? Everyone, YouTube.
Are you all right out there?
Yeah, well, I'll tell you what, actually, right? Do you know that police lady that dragged me out of my house and took me to Basingstoke, right? They're not doing fuck all about it. I mean, they're not even going to charge the fucking police lady. I mean, what the hell? I mean, the police are fucking disgusting. And the NHS are terrible. They're really bad, mate, really, honestly.
Are you on the phone too?
Crown Court.
Crown Court.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get an injunction against the little bastards. I want them to stay away from me. You know, I want to live here and relax and live a normal life. You know what I mean? And not be dragged out of my house all the time. And I've just had Melbury Lodge phone me up, some fucking nigger. I don't know who the fuck he was, but he said, "Oh, hello, God." I was like, who are you? I thought, fuck it. You know what I mean? I'm not going to talk to him.
I'll give you a call back in a minute then, Gord, when you finish your call.
Yeah, okay, mate. All right. Look after yourself. Bye-bye. Are they going to open or what? Let's see now. I think what I'll do is I'll. Oh, here we go. Here it is. Well, they're not answering the fucking phone. 1, 2, 3. 8, 0. Our lines are still very busy. Thank you. Yeah, you're a kid. I'm sorry about us being very busy and all that. Yeah, and your Desborough house. Oh, hello, Michelle. It's you again. What can I say about you? Obviously, no. Well, forget you. I had I had an email. I had an email. That's what it was. And it's about the police lady that took me to Basingstoke. Do you know what? When I was in Basingstoke, all they give me was cream to put around my ankle, my ankles. All right, okay. And what else was it? Some paracetamols because I had backaches and you know what can I say? I mean, they tried me on haloperidol, but I didn't want it because it was making me sleep too much and I didn't like it. And the depot, I stopped it. I've stopped it a few times to be honest. Anyway, the situation is now I'm talking to the Crown Court because I'm going to get an injunction against you and also the police. To leave my tenancy alone, leave me alone. Tomorrow, okay, I've spoke to the jewelers. I'm getting some cash out from the jewelers tomorrow. Yeah, so don't bother coming around my house, all right? And also tell your police. I watch you both together. You work together, and you destroy families and you upset people. You got to find the family that I looked after next door to my mother's. Okay, because I looked after that family because my mother was allowed. She was allowing my brothers sell drugs, fill the house up with cannabis and all that sort of shit. Right, it was going on forever. Right, and the thing is, okay, I felt sorry for them kids, them poor little children, and I took them to foster placements. Right, because like Robert Arthur's, right, was getting turned out from homes here and there, families around. Sorry, I'm not going to help you with Robert Arthur's because he's a bad boy and all this and all that. And he was out on the streets a lot of the times, a poor little kid. You know what I mean? And the abuse I'm getting from you guys and also the police and the situation about my family, my mother has caused all this problem, right? Now Steve Flood, he's the little wanker that was selling drugs in Neptune Court. I know you're going to hang up the phone. That's all right. Don't worry about it. You're on YouTube again. You're on YouTube again. Bye-bye. Yeah, she's gone. I have to put the phone down again now. This is it. You know what I mean? I'm trying to tell her about Robert Arthur's, a poor little child. And I'm going to hang up the phone now. That's what I'm going to do. Right, that's all right. Fuck it. You know, why don't you just drag me around and throw me all over the country? Fuck it. Sick bastards. Yeah, if you want any drugs, go and ask Anne White. She'll tell you about all her sons and who was selling drugs and who was doing what and who was doing what and all this and that. Right? Seriously. I've won a family court, a Crown Court, a fucking magistrate's court, and when I was a kid, I won a civil court against the Brown family. A Brown family that took my money, and I got that money back. Yeah, I paid for that. I got my money back, and the money I spent. Yep. Right, so you know Desborough House is hanging up the phone all the fucking time. And they're probably going to come around with a mental health loads of shit. Oh, Gordon, this is section whatever it is. Yeah, this is the police in the NHS fucking each other. They actually, I'm sure they have sex together, police and NHS. And I bet all them niggers have been fucking loving it. I'm trying to save people when everyone's fucking dragging me around all over the country. It's crazy. I wonder if Russell's in. I can't. Wow. I'd love to go on this phone, but I've got to pay the bill, so I can't pay the bill yet until I get paid. And that phone, I can't seem to find the loudspeaker on it. So this one is all right, but I haven't got a battery for it. So I'm like, oh, what the fuck? Oh my god! Right, Cannon House. Yeah, that's a good idea. Cannon House. I've got their number somewhere. Cannon House is in Shirley. And they abused my cousin. My cousin's been on the depot and all that and chucked around in the section units. And Jamie Black is a nigger. But like I say, he didn't do much. But he was next door to my mother's. Oh, yeah. Cannon House. Yeah. Right. Let's have a look. Hello, Cannon House. I'm sure I've been in your office. Actually, I'm not sure, but you had Jamie Black. Jamie Black was a social worker. Quite a not well. He's all right. He was quite a nice man, really. He would go to the house next door to my mother. Now, my mother had 4 boys. Now, my brothers, okay, one of my brothers made sure my mum's house next door at 57 Masterson Road, Lord's Hill, her house had cannabis in it all the time. Now, the situation was my mum, she hated the 5 children next door. Right now, that was 55 Matheson Road with Kim Dayton, and the 5 children was Claire Clements, Amy Clements, Adam Clements, Robert Arthurs, and Ian Arthurs. Now, I took Kim Dayton, Claire Clements, and Amy Clements, Adam Clements, and also I had my daughter with me at the time because I won a family court case, and I also looked after the family next door. So I took them to see their dad in Derby, and I got petrol money out of you guys. You paid me petrol money. What can I say? I'd like to hear from Jamie Black. I'd like if I give you my address. Well. No, I'm not a patient of you, no. Because I'm trying to build a case. I want injunctions against the NHS and the police coming around my house, okay? Because I've got photographs and evidence against the police and the NHS. It's live on YouTube all the time, catching everybody out just like that. And the situation is, I want to build a case. Robert Arthurs, you must know these children because that Robert Arthurs was having troubles with foster placements, and I was going to meetings. I was going to school meetings, foster placements. I was driving the family around to where they needed to be. Now listen to me, will ya? I was looking after the children next door to my mother's. My mother hated the children. I've just been talking to the Crown. Actually, no, I'm trying to get through to the Crown Courts because I want an injunction against the NHS and police, right? Because they're sick as they got a problem. I know, I do know. No, I do know. I've called you now because what it is, you've got my cousin, John Malcolm White. He's my cousin. Now I'm family. I'm allowed to know how he's doing. So you can't tell you got no permission to tell me how my cousin is. Is that right? And you don't know where Jamie Black is, and he's a social worker, and he's disappeared off the face of the planet. Well, I'll tell you what it was, because I remember you paid me petrol money. Oh, it was before that. I moved to this place. I moved to this place in 1999, and by about 2004, I was helping Carol Flood. I don't know if you know Carol Flood, an old lady. She lost her house and was taken to Neptune Court, a warden-controlled flats in Lords Hill. Now, her son Steve Flood was selling drugs in that place, right? And my brothers were selling drugs, and I looked after the children next door to my mother. And I'm trying to get some support because I don't want to get abused and chucked around by the police and the NHS. All right, I'm working from my home. I'm at 61 Cox Road, Chandlersford, Eastleigh, Hants. So okay, let me see now. So you won't tell me about my own cousin, how he is. Family. I just want to know how he is. That's all. He was coming to my house a couple of times, and I don't know what you've gone and done with him. You probably locked him up somewhere. I know what you're like with these mental health assessments and the way that you lock people up. And I do know that. I know you're going to end the call. Yeah. That's my cousin. I'm going to end the call. Look at that. That's my cousin. You're not even allowed. You can't even talk to your own family when the NHS get involved because they just break the fucking families up. Police in the NHS, they fuck each other and then they go and fuck the families up. Yep, I know what they're like. They're terrible. Oh well, John. Oh, John. Sorry, mate. That's the way it is. I can't even say hello or anything. I could go to your place, but like I say, I mean, I used to go to your place, but now I don't drive no more, so I'm not going to bother. But there's medication there. He's been forced loads of medication and all that sort of shit. And I'll tell you what, it's fucking niggers. Yeah, because I see him dealing with niggers, and it was crazy. It was to watch niggers at my cousin's. That was a bit mad, actually. Yeah. He seems to have a bit of control over some of the niggers. I know that. He actually come and see me in a couple of section units with two other people. They come, yeah, they did, and well, they know what it's like. Yeah. Oh well. Oh, that's O2. Yeah, O2. Oh. Hello.
Hello, is that Gordon?
It's me. Yes. Hello.
Hello, Gordon. It's Jordan phoning from Melbury Lodge.
Yes. How are you doing?
I'm fine. How are you doing?
I got pissed off. I must say, I got pissed off. I had an email, right? That police lady, she's not getting charged for abduction when they took me to Basingstoke. Do you know what? All they give me was cream for my ankles and some paracetamols. And they tried it on the haloperidol because all it done with me is it made me quite sleepy. I was sleeping quite a lot on that. I didn't like it. I slept through the daytime and all sorts. It was crazy. It was not very nice. And the depot injection, I've stopped it a few times, and I'm still going to say the same. I'm still waiting for Julie to turn up. She said she was going to turn up and deal with my situation with the personal account with O2. Tomorrow, I'm going to the jewelers to get some cash.
Tomorrow about 1 o'clock. That's what I was phoning you up for. Tomorrow at 1 o'clock, the transport will be showing up to bring you back to Melbury.
Oh, you say again?
At 1 o'clock tomorrow, tomorrow there'll be some transport showing up to bring you back to Melbury.
Why am I going back into Melbury for?
I believe Dr. Khan's just put. Is Dr. Khan
Doctor who?
Dr. Courtney, sorry, Dr. Courtney.
I know Dr. Courtney. Dr. Courtney. I'll tell you what, he don't even know what he's doing. Like I say, it's abuse, right? I'm going to talk to the Crown Courts and get this in force. I want an injunction to keep you away from me, because I'm getting abused like all the time. I'm getting dragged around all over the country. I can't even settle down in this place. I moved to this place in 1999, and it was from 2004. You know, what can I say? My mother won't even tell me who gave her the advice that we should go to Desborough House. I mean, it was crazy. I was looking after the family next door to my mother's, and it was 5 children. I just spoke to Cannon House and Shirley, and the situation is they won't even let me talk to my cousin. My cousin is going through the same stuff. Right? I got a letter from can you tell that Courtney, my cousin's going through exactly the same stuff? He's on the same sort of medication, and I can't even talk to my cousin. And the situation, is John Malcolm White. Let's see now. Oh, hang on. One of your patients is phoning me. Yeah, and it's Mark Gregory. Mark Gregory. No, but listen. He's had a hernia. He's been lifting pianos, and I've been lifting pianos, and I've got a hernia, and I've still got the hernia, and nothing's been done about my hernia. And Mark Gregory is worried about me because he said my stomach should be sorted out straight away. Yeah. And also, not only that, I should be in the normal Winchester Hospital and not in Melbury Lodge. Yeah, to attack me and come into my home and drag me around all over the place. And you're going to probably keep me in there for some time. And I said, right, don't worry. You know, you can abuse me with all your police and your warrants and all the rest of it. Please, Courtney, I'll tell you what, I'll chuck that letter in the bin. It's all over Instagram. It's everyone knows that letter. They've all seen that letter. Right. And they even watched, what's his name? Stephen Aber. Pointing his finger at me, abuse, a 6-foot black man on my doorstep, right? It's Desborough House. It's the place where I should never have gone in the first place. I was looking after families in the first place, before I went to Desborough House, I was looking after Carol Flood. I drove her to the Royal Surveillance Hospital. Now, tell Courtney that. I drove a lady to the Royal Surveillance Hospital, right, several times, right? And now Steve Flood is the nipper, right, that told my mum something about me being not well or something like that, right? He also said I was in a relationship with that old lady, right? Now she's on cups. I've got some mugs printed in Halifax, in Halifax, right? He sends it to me, right? It's Carol Flood, and she's dead now, but I looked after her and drove her to the Royal Surveillance Hospital, right? And he was on drugs, and he was selling drugs in Neptune Court. Right, and my brothers were selling drugs and smoking drugs in my mum's house, and my mum hated the children and all that sort of stuff. Right, so I'm trying to keep everyone calm and cool, but all you're doing is dragging me around the country. Right, seriously, it's absolute bollocks.
No, of course I understand. I'll pass this all over to Dr. Courtney.
You got to stop dragging me out of my house. It's making me nervous and scared and destroyed. All you want to do is kill me. I mean, people do kill themselves. Keith Gordon, across the road from me, he did kill himself. And he was a nice man. He gave me about 5 or 10 quid for a latte outside down in Winchester. When I had to go out for a little bit of leave and I was going into Winchester and all that stuff, I was paying about £5 taxis to actually go into Winchester. And then going back into Melbury Lodge. I don't want to keep going in Melbury Lodge. Melbury Lodge is not the place I want to be in, right? Now, Mark Gregory wants to go back into Melbury Lodge because he wants to move to Eastleigh near me and come and see me more often because I'm a nice man.
No, of course. Well, I'll have to pass this all over to Dr. Courtney.
Yeah, let him know. You must get Courtney off my case, right? Because I'm going to get the courts on his case. I'm going to keep ringing the Crown Courts now to try and get an injunction against the NHS and the police. because I'm getting nowhere with the police. And you know what? I'll just put a video around to America. Because I've got friends all around the world, actually. In Ghana, there's two sisters, black people, nice ladies. They love me to bits. Like I say, there's people around the world that love me. Now, I'm very public. I'm live right now. Okay. Now you can, well, you know already we're dealing with Courtney. Does Courtney even know me? I don't think he knows me. Or is it he or she? Is it he? Right. Now, is he white or black or what? I mean, I'm not racist. I'm just finding out.
No, of course. Well, all I can do is just pass this over to Dr. Courtney.
Yeah.
But as for tomorrow, as far as it stands, there'll be transport at 1 o'clock.
Yeah, I know. That's it. To go back into Mowbray Lodge and have the depot injection. I don't want it. I've got human rights. Human rights. I've won court cases, and I can win another one. I'm sure I can.
Okay, well, I'll pass this all over to Dr. Courtney and let him know your concerns.
Yeah, my concerns are, right, the assessment was a mistake. It was just absolute madness. All you done was make me scared and nervous, all right, and shook me up, made me scared and nervous because I was dragged all over the country. My daughter, she went all the way to Weston-super-Mare to see her dad, and my brothers, one of my brothers went to see me as well. We got transferred, right, okay, from Weston-super-Mare to Mowbray Lodge, and me and my daughter walked in, and they thought I was a doctor and my daughter was the patient. Now, this is what I'm trying to tell you. I should be working with, I don't want to work with the NHS or police. I want to be independent and look after people. Now, if you talk to Mark Gregory, get character reference from him. He's worried about my hernia. Now, I'm worried about my hernia, but it's all right. I can't trust the NHS.
Okay, well, I'll pass this all over. I'm afraid I'm going to have to go now.
All right, okay, mate. All right.
Yeah, I'll pass this all over to Dr. Courtney, though.
Can I grab your full name so I can actually talk to Desborough House and tell them what's happening?
Sorry, what was that?
Can I grab your full name so I can say who you are? Because I'm going to talk to Desborough House.
My name's Jordan Middlebrook. I'm the ward clerk.
Oh, great. Jordan, I'll tell you what, actually, right? My partner, who was my daughter's mother, their name's Jordan, right? It was Sue Jordan, Steve Jordan. Steve Jordan gave me the job working on the pianos, right? Okay, and I had one daughter, and like she was my next of kin because I didn't trust my mother because my mother was letting drugs go in and out of the house all the time. She hated the children; she didn't like them, and I looked after the family. So you got to get that Courtney off my case. I don't want the depot. It don't make me feel good. I hate it because you're controlling my life. I can't control. I can't help people if you're going to keep abusing me and dragging me around the country. Oh, right. Julie, what's your name? Jordan, what's your last name? What's your last name? Yeah. What's your name? Sorry, mate. Middleton. That's it. Jordan Middleton. Oh, hello. Who's this? Yeah, I'll tell you what. I'm going to try and get. I'm going to get onto the courts, right? Crown courts, and I'm going to try and get an injunction to get you and Desborough House and the police to stay away from my door because I've been here since 1999. And it was roughly about 2004 when my mother. Okay, she imagine this. My mother with 4 boys. We all grew up, and my brothers were selling drugs in the house, right? What can I say? There was a family right next door, and my mum, she hated them, right? 5 children and 1 mother. I drove them to see their father in Derby. I took them to the circus. I got them Christmas presents. I decorated their home. I made them feel good. And there was Jamie Black, a social worker. He was coming to the house as well. Now, Jamie was quite a nice bloke. He was a dark-skinned chap. I was never racist or nothing, but the way he'd been chucking me around the country, it was my mother, right? She won't admit who it was she spoke to for advice. Now, the reason why she was worried so much because Steve Flood, one of the sons of Carol Flood. Now, Carol Flood was an old lady. I drove her. I was her personal service. I drove her to the Royal Southampton Hospital in Southampton several times, and it made my mum jealous. My mum was jealous. My mum's, well, she's done 2 cleaning jobs over the years, and she thinks she's perfect. But the way she treated them children next door, and then allowing my brothers to smoke loads of drugs in the house next door, and then you listen to my mother in Desborough House, and then you chuck me around the country and abuse me. You've got to stop that 1 o'clock visit from Desborough House, Melbury Lodge, because I don't want to be taken back into Melbury Lodge, because I don't want the depot, I don't want the heliparador. The heliparador makes you sleepy, and I really don't like it at all. What is it? The depot injection. I stopped it a long time ago. And all you've managed to do is give me 1 jab in the ass to get out. That's it. And I got out, and then I said, that's it. I don't want it no more. Are you still there? Are you still there? No, she's not even fucking there. No, she's not even there. What a load of shit. Oh, what a load of shit. Are you out there? Where are you? Hello? Yeah, well, I'm not standing outside. I'm sitting here going through letters. Yeah, you can do. I'm trying to deal with this the abuse I get.
Okay.
There's transport coming here at 1 o'clock tomorrow.
Okay.
Now I'm going to the jewelers tomorrow.
Are you?
Yeah, because they've said to me when my gold comes in,
Yeah.
I'm going to get some gold out and put it back in again. Get some cash, £150 to last me a week.
Okay.
I'm just pissed off because what it is.
Yeah, I can see that, Gordon.
Yeah, but I'll show you my email, right?
Yeah.
You can see the abuse I'm getting. Now, my mother's I need my mother, but she's got 4 nurses a day, every day, 4 nurses. She fell down the stairs, right? I tried to say she's too old.
When did she fall down the stairs?
She fell down the stairs some time ago. I tried to say, look, get round my mum's, right, put her in her rest home, look after her. She's an old lady, right? And she's now, she says she's losing her memory. But I said, Mum, who was this friend you got that gives you the advice of me going to Desborough House? Because I've never been in Desborough House, not in my life.
We're going back years now, though, aren't we?
Well, not too long, 2004, roughly, something like that. Because the housing that gave me this place to live in, right, they said it was around 2004 when all my letters were going to my mother's because my mother took control of the situation. And all she does is watch me go into section units and lock me up and shoot. She hated it because I looked after the family next door. Robert Arthurs, right? Ian Arthurs, right? That's 2 kids with 1 dad, right? Now the ones I looked after, well, I looked after all of them. I took them to the circus. I got them Christmas presents. I decorated their home next door. I've got. If you look through,
are these your nephews?
Sorry?
Are these your nephews you're talking to?
No. My mum's next door neighbour.
Oh,
5 children. I protected them children. I looked after them children. Yeah. Right, and I'm getting abuse, right, from the police.
Oh, Gordon.
Right?
Okay. Letter-wise, so you wanted me to come round.
Yeah, well, all it is, I do sort of, I look after a lot of shit myself.
Right? I know you do.
When I was a kid, I won a civil case.
Yeah.
Right. And when I grew up, I won a Crown Court. I won a magistrates, and then I won the family court case. I won the house. I then give the house back to my daughter's mother because what it was, one of the guys who was in Lord's Hill, weightlifting with me, always in my face. He got into amphetamine quite a lot, and he was quite a big bloke. He's never had a full license. He's always had a provisional license, and he was always driving. The thing was, he was kind of like getting too much to handle. He was coming around the corner to my house, right, giving me spoonfuls of amphetamine. So I thought, fuck all this shit.
How old were you?
I looked after my daughter. I took her to school. I was going to the school, right, and with all pair, you know what that is,
yes,
probably French or whatever it was. We were bike riding, looking after the children. There was Wendy and her son. No, Wendy and Sean. She's got a sister called Tracy. Now Tracy had an amphetamine problem. She had 2 children called Tanya and Charlotte, I took them to McDonald's. Right, Tanya wanted £40 for a haul in Lowford, so I give her £40, right, and I hired that so she could have a birthday party, right. Now, well, I'm scared abused. I looked after her.
Who's abusing you and what's going on?
Well, already I've had a phone call tomorrow morning. No, what is it? 1 o'clock tomorrow. Transport's coming to your house to get you.
Okay.
Right, they can fuck off.
Who's that? Who's called you?
This
to say
is
that?
Melbury Lodge just said that.
Okay, so you're still on Section 17 leave, aren't you?
Well, no, I thought I was discharged.
Ah, okay, no. So you're.
I turned down.
You've
got some brown kid, right, called Brian at Desborough House, right.
Yeah.
He's probably just come out of school and he's got the depot in his hand, right.
Yeah.
And I'm saying, look, mate, I don't want it. Do you want to sit with me and talk about it and all that? And no, it's all right. So he left, right. And then I had abuse from Stephen Aber. Stephen Aber, he's a bloke.
Hello, Stephen.
Yeah, he owes me a breakfast. He promised
Does
me a
he?
breakfast. He's never given me it. Right? He lied to me. You're probably the only one that says, "Yeah, get in the car. I'll take you." You see, but everyone else don't bother. This is it.
Yeah.
Now, I mean, what am I going to do tomorrow? Probably get sectioned for fucking forever.
Well, no, they won't. They won't because you're still on a Section 3. Gordon.
Yeah, but no, it's a load of shit. It's not worth a
From
wank.
hospital, which means you just go back in.
No, keep going in and out of hospitals. What the fuck? There's nothing wrong with me. I looked after fucking people around me.
I know you have.
I'm scared abused. That's it. This country's fucked up. The police, they stink. They're disgusting. That police lady was terrible. She come in to give me no time at all.
Yeah, you said this to me on the phone.
I can show you the police officer.
Recently?
Well, actually, what can I say? I mean,
Does this happen just over the weekend or something?
Well, just a minute ago, I got the email and I got pissed off and I shouted at the police. I said, "You bastards, you're not doing nothing." You know what I mean? She go, "Yeah, well, we get close to the NHS."
Yeah.
Do you know what? I tell people how the NHS and the police fuck each other. You know what I mean? And I said about radio and TV, black people, rappers. Have you heard the rappers? You should listen to them. On YouTube, he's like that, a black bloke. Right now, there's people that are suffering in this country. A lot of families are suffered. Right now, my daughter's grandchildren. It was 2016. I see my daughter and my grandchildren. What's happened there? I won a family court case. I was looking after everyone. I was looking after 6 children. Right, 2 mothers. No, actually, next to there's my mother with her 4 boys. I'm the eldest. Right, my mother was worried because Steve Flood. Right, said I was not well. Right now, Steve Flood said, "Was I in a relationship with his mother?"
Who's Steve Flood?
Steve, I've got his picture somewhere. I know I've got it. I've got photographs. I've got all my photographs, loads of photographs, loads and loads of photographs, evidence galore. Right, but it's getting left here, and then I'm getting sectioned, and then I'm coming home. And this is why I'm not doing my own cleaning.
And you've not been detained for 7 years.
Yes, I have. I've been dragged around like fuck.
It's been 7 years between.
My daughter went all the way to Western Superman to see me.
Yeah.
And do you know what? They said, "I can go now."
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I shit myself in these places.
I know you do.
I was in Mary Lodge and there was a bloke in there with black pupils. And when he looks into your eyes, he looks evil. He's a nipper, and you don't know what he's going to do next. And this is what I mean. But like, I'm faced with that. I was in Antelope House. I got smashed in the face, in the head, about 6 a.m. The police were called. Nothing was done because he was a patient. But like I say, I mean, look at the assessments. I mean, brown people everywhere you look. There's brown doctors. There's brown psychiatrists. There's like. I've seen them all in Basingstoke. Most of them are from Africa. You know what I mean? It's crazy, white and black. I'm not racist, but I've seen more black people than you can imagine. Like you put me in a section, you know, at Melbury Lodge at night time, there's loads of them. Keith, the black bloke, an old man, he's been there for years.
I've never known you to talk like this.
I'm pissed off with the black bastards because they really fucking hate. I hate the colours.
Oh, Gordon.
They just drag me around. They take my phone off me all the time. Right, this is a £2,000 contract. This is like a £1,500 phone.
Yeah, it's expensive, isn't it?
Yeah, and I'm paying probably £2,000 for that.
Wow.
Right,
How much are you paying a month?
I've got two of these 3 contracts. These are for my grandchildren. If I ever see my grandchildren again, or my daughter, because I don't know what the fuck's happened to her. She was coming into meetings and she was my next of kin and that sort of shit.
That was years ago.
She knew my mother,
Yeah.
and she didn't trust my brothers, right? Because my brothers felt that Becky White was actually just out for my money. And I said, that's my fucking daughter. You know what I mean? Like I'll give her whatever I want. You know, money, fucking whatever, gifts, everything.
Yeah.
Right. I paid her phone bills, right? She called me a legend, right? And Claire Clements, right? The one, the eldest daughter from next door, right? Bonjour Jesus, how are you? That's what she would say to me, right? Now, this is children, right, who love me to bits, right? Just by being there for them. I took them to see their dad. Can you imagine that? Oh, yeah, it's a patient.
Okay, Gordon. Okay, Gordon. Do you want us to do anything today with you?
Well, there was something I wanted you to do.
Yeah.
Hello, that real stone rover cap. Do you like that cap? Yeah, real stone rover cap. There's 2 pink ones there for my grandchildren.
Oh, cute.
Right. What it is, I'm getting abuse again, mate. I'm getting abuse again. NHS abuse, police abuse. Do you know that police lady that she abducted me from my home and took me to Basingstoke? Right, they're not doing nothing about it. And all they done was give me cream for my ankles and some paracetamol. Haloperidol I didn't even want because they were trying to get me to sleep in the daytime and I was up all night. You know what I mean? So it's pissing me off really. And then I said to him, it's got to be nighttime, right? You know, if I've got to have the haloperidol.
Gordon, can you talk to your friend later?
No, he's a patient. He's a patient.
If there's something that you want us to do,
He's a patient.
we need to do it now, or you need to give me the information now.
All right, mate. I'll tell you what, right?
Thank you.
Yeah, right. I'm going to get fucking just dragged around like a twat. I spent over £200 trying to get home last time. You helped me. You left me 50. I will be, yeah. Just dragged into fucking Melbury Lodge and filled up with shit I don't want, like haloperidol and the fucking depot, probably, I reckon. Shit I don't want, you fucking nigger bastards. I wish they could fuck off. I mean, look, this is what he's like. This is Stephen Abbott, a cunt who owes me a breakfast. He's like this. Yeah, I've got the little cunt. He's all over fucking Instagram. I'm followed by Princess Beatrice, right? Kate Middleton, and on Twitter I'm followed by fucking Holly Willingby. So what's going on?
Gordon, we're gonna just step outside. You don't have to come outside, all right? But I can see you're really angry at the moment.
I'm just a bit pissed off because I don't want to go back to
I
fucking
can see
Melbourne.
that. I do understand.
I don't want that shit in my
I do
face.
understand. All right, we're just gonna step outside. If you want to come have a chat, that's where we'll be.
I'm getting abuse. It's
All right,
abuse.
it's
Control.
only
I don't want to go to fucking Desperate House. I don't want to go to. I don't want to see another nigger. I'm pissed off with niggers. They're everywhere. At Desperate House in fucking, what can I say? All over the country, there's loads of niggers everywhere. Rappers on the radio, fucking saying shit, whatever they want. Right, mate, I'm going to go now. Yeah, all right, phone me in a bit. Oh, right, I'm going outside now. Oh. What you guys spend?
Right. So, I'll be in contact, right?
Hang on. I want to get this sorted out tomorrow. I don't want to go there.
Something to do with you there.
Really?
Yeah, honestly, I'm with
Are you already?
Yeah, we are.
Don't go wrong.
Hey.
Oh, I can't up there because the cat's standing.
So, cats might pick it up.
Do you want to see my home? That's terrible. I'm going to lose this weight as well. I've got lower back. But I don't want this. I just can't stand it in Maryland. I was 47 years in that place, around the country, all over the place, in Brighton, Anslow House, Western Supermare, so all because my mother listened to Steve Flood. Now, Steve Flood, like I said, he abused his mother, made it right, and he was selling drugs in Mexican court. Right, I reported him from a section. I phoned up. And I'm talking about Steve Flood. He managed to get me section by telling my mother I was not allowed. It was absolutely bollocks because I was the family next door was my kid. Yeah. Uh, 1 hour and 48 minutes. Right, let's see. Where is Mabry Lodge? Oh, Mabry Lodge, come on. Hello, Dr. Courtney. I think he was informed about me, about the situation about I've been dealing with and all that, and he knows I don't want the depot, and he knows I don't want haloperidol. Oh no, it's Gordon White. Yeah. I think it was Jordan. Is Jordan about there? He said he was going to actually inform Dr. Courtney about my life and about how I look after people. And I get abused by. It's funny how I got sectioned so much. We've got to get the police to actually section Steve Flood. Steve Flood is the one who's selling drugs in Neptune Court, a place where old people looked after. And he was selling drugs there, right? Now, my mum, right, she had 4 boys. I'm the eldest, and my mum was selling drugs. Now, not my mum, she wasn't selling drugs. It was my brother selling drugs and smoking loads of drugs in her house, right? Now, she's done that for years, and she keeps it all quiet because she protects my brothers. But, well, my mum hated the family next door, a mother with 5 children, and I helped them. Right, I protected them. I looked after them. I got them Christmas presents. I took them to the circus. I took 3 of them up to see their dad in Derby. This is me driving from Southampton to Derby with children and a mother to go and see the father. Right? Okay, I done that out of my own back. Right, I got petrol money from I think it was social services at some point, and I'm getting abuse from Dr. Courtney. Can you tell him he's the one that the whole world knows about Courtney, and they know I threw his letter in the bin because I don't want it. And it was a black situation. I'm not black. No, sorry. Yeah, tell him I've looked after quite a few people. I'm just worried, okay, because I'm getting abuse. I'm getting forced medication I don't want. I'm perfectly okay. I've been waiting several months for a hernia to be removed. I was in pain with my hernia and I got sectioned. It was my mother done this. My mother done this. You know, and the minute I went into Desborough House and they give me an ambulance to go to Marbury Lodge. I'd never been there in my life, you know, suddenly. So my next of kin was my daughter because I won a family court case, right? And that's all right. Yep. What I said wrong now? Yep. You said it's been. What did you say? You're going to record it all. I want you to stop 1 o'clock visit from to take me back into Marbury Lodge tomorrow. Yeah, listen, right. Tomorrow, I've got an arrangement to go to the jewelers in Eastleigh to get my money from the jewelers. And basically, what it is, all you're doing is throwing me in and out of section units, and it's got to stop. My home, well, I've got is computers. You're live on YouTube at the moment. Okay, I'm doing 2-hour stints. I'm live every 2 hours, all the time. I've just recorded. Let me see now, Julie and someone else from the council. I'm trying to get through to the Crown Court because I want an injunction against you guys to stop you coming to my home. Okay, tell them I'm going to be spending the next hour to try and get through to the Crown Courts for an injunction. All right. Well, you can say I'm nervous already because I'm just getting dragged around and controlled. I'm being controlled by doctors and psychiatrists. And they don't even know me. Have they looked after any children like I have? No, they haven't. They've done nothing. I can tell you more people I've been looking after as well. Right, a birthday hall. I paid £40 to make someone happy. I used to take them to McDonald's drive-through to look after the kids. Right, different kids. This is other people the other side of town. Okay, a mother would on amphetamine. So I'd give her £38 worth of food because she had no food. Right, the way I'm being treated is disgusting. Right, Courtney should be arrested, the little bastard. I mean, sorry, I didn't say that. Yeah. Right. Let him know I'm trying to get an injunction against him. Is he available today? Courtney. Yeah, well, I don't want him. I'll tell you what, I don't want him coming around my house at 1 o'clock because I'm going to be at the jeweller's. All right. Who are you? Oh, she's gone. Well, Courtney's going to fucking take the piss, I reckon. You know. Whoever Courtney is, I don't know who the fuck it is, but like I say, Depot and Hello Power Rule, I don't want it. Crime Court. Oh, actually, right. That's right. No. The Crown Court. There we go. Hello. What it is, I've had a bit of a disagreement with mental health. My mother, she's in her 70s. Okay, she was advised. No, what it is, my brothers were selling drugs, and they covered Southampton with drugs, and that my mum's house was filled with cannabis all the time. But next door, there was a family next door. I looked after that family because there was a mother called Kim Dayton with her 5 children. I took them to the circus. I got them Christmas presents. I actually drove 3 of them up to see their dad in Derby. And the situation is that that's not just them, right? There's more people I've looked after, mothers and fathers and families and daughters and all the rest of it. I've been looking after a lot of people. But now, because my mother, she went to Desborough House and she actually got me in a situation. My daughter was my next of kin because I won a family court case. I had the house and I'll give the house back up. I'll give the house back to my daughter's mother because I had to get away from someone that was harassing me with amphetamine. So I actually moved to Chandlersford, but that was 1999. But by 2004, that was when Carol Flood was being looked after by me. I was driving her to the Royal Southampton Hospital all the time. Now, Steve Flood was her son. He felt I was in a relationship with her, and she was an old lady that needed support, and he was making her cry all the time. Now, but she's now dead. She's no longer with us. But when she lost her house, she moved to Neptune Court in Lords Hill, a warden control place now. And he was selling drugs in there as well. Right. And the thing was, he told my mum I was not well, and I ended up getting sectioned by Desborough House. Now, the problem we seem to have is I've just had a phone call from Mowbray Lodge, a section unit. I actually phoned up the I put in a complaint about a police lady that come and grabbed me out of my house and put me in a van and took me to Basingstoke recently, and I'm quite nervous and scared because I've been dragged around all over the country since my mother decided to go to Desborough House. Now, all I want now is an injunction against Mowbray Lodge and also Desborough House coming near my home. What they seem to think they can do is send transport down to my home tomorrow at 1 o'clock and put me back in Mowbray Lodge. Now, I'm just so nervous and scared of NHS and police because they don't protect you at all. So what we got to do is go and try and protect someone that's been looking after people around in the community. Right, I was actually going to meetings, foster placements when you're looking after children and you're trying to get a place to live for a child. Robert Arthurs was having troubles getting a place to live because he was in and out on the streets and all sorts. And like I say, I looked after the family as much as I could. But my mother, she hated the children. And my mother was letting loads of drugs go through our house and all that right next door in Lords Hill. And my mother actually went to Desborough House and managed to set me up and get me sectioned. And I've been all over the country. I've been taken to Brighton, Basingstoke, Weston-super-Mare. I've been dragged all over the country in section units, forced medication. Right, I don't want the depot injection. I don't want the haloperidol. It's got to stop. It's got to stop. I must stop it. And I need you to get me an injunction. Well, I told you the story. How about you go and get someone who is trained? It's the Crown Courts. You must be trained. Well, I'll tell you what, right? I've won a Crown Court. I've won a magistrate's court. I've won a family court, and I've won a civil case. Right, when I was a kid, I won a civil case. I paid X amount of money to get some money back out of a family, and I got the money back when I was a child. Right now, the situation is, what can you do? Right. Okay. Okay. All right. Thank you. Right. She was only young, but she was probably, I don't know, she's not trained. She said she's not trained. That's a load of shit, isn't it? Not trained. What the fuck? Crown Court in Southampton. Not trained. Well, that's where I went, actually, when I was a child. Yeah, and I won a court case. Yeah, I did. A civil case. Yeah, what should we do about Section 17? I think I'm Section 17, actually. I'm not sure. Right, so the Crown Courts are a load of shit. Oh, ugh. Oh. Hmm. So we're to the Royal Southampton. Reds and sat there. Right, I'm talking to citizens' advice, right? Look, Citizens Advice, join for £5. Are you fucking joking? Oh, fuck all that shit. I'll get on Swain and Co. Yeah, Swain and Co. Oh, fuck off. Oh, come on. Oh, no. There we go. Fine. Oh, no. 82, 3, 92. Oh, is that Swain and Co? Tom Battersett B. He never did get me out of section units. I got myself out of section units, but now I'm getting abuse again from Marbury Lodge. I'm at home. I'm still under section. I think I am. I'm sure I am because I'm getting abuse from NHS police as well. Now I've looked after a lot of people in this country. Yes, I have, and I'm getting abuse left, right, and centre. And Dr. Courtney, right? He's hand delivered a letter to my home by Stephen Aber, right? A big 6 foot black man on my doorstep, forcing me into a situation where tomorrow at 1 o'clock I'm going to get visits. A visit from transportation to take me back into Marbury Lodge, all right, and give me the depot injection and haloperidol. Now that's 2 things I turned down. I don't want it, and I want you to get a restraining order on Dr. Courtney. Gordon White, 61. Yeah, all right. Hello. I'm a bit upset and concerned. What it is, I did actually put a report in about the abuse I've been getting from the police. The police have been coming into my home and actually ordering me into section units, and it's funny how it all started. My mum's trying to cover up the fact that she's got 4 boys and my brothers were selling drugs in our house, right? And I looked after Carol Flood. She's dead now, right? But I drove her to the Royal Southampton Hospital so she could get her medication. All right, a dear old lady. I sat with her in Sainsbury's. I made sure she was okay, but she's dead now. And Steve Flood's walking out on the streets, right? And he told my mother I was not well. And what happened was I was looking after my mum's next door neighbour. My mum didn't like it because there was 5 children next door. And my mum didn't like it because they might talk about my brothers who were selling drugs in my mum's house next door to the family in Lord's Hill. Now, the situation was I took him to the I took him to the circus. I got him Christmas presents. I took him to Derby to see their dad. Right, but all I've had where my mum actually went to Desborough House and got me section where I was looking after everyone, lots of people. I'm the piano man. I covered Somerset in London. I sold pianos to families for many years. Dr. Courtney thinks he can just get me transport to pick me up and take me back to Mulberry Lodge. I don't want to go to Winchester. Tomorrow I've got plans to go into Eastleigh and get money out of the jewellers because the jewellers have been looking after my gold. And what the situation is, I can't even get a police officer arrested for abduction because the police are disgusting. They're not even investigating Steve Flood. They're not even investigating my brothers. They're not even investigating my mother, who actually allowed the drugs to be sold from her house. Right. And also, she fell down the stairs and broke her back and everything. I tried to get her into a rest home. I nearly got away to go. I got people to go and see her and make sure she was okay and actually put her in a rest home. But she declined all that and said, no, I'm not moving. I'm staying right here. And I don't like the children. And I want my boys to be all right. And Gordon's not well because Steve Flood said so. Right now, Steve Flood was selling drugs in Neptune Court. Right, it's a warden-controlled place in Lordshill where old people are looked after. But Steve was selling drugs in there when I was in a section unit because he told my mother I was not well. He actually felt I was in a relationship with his mum, who was a dear old lady, and there's no way that was going to happen. I've got photographs, I've got loads of evidence here in my home. But I'm being dragged out of my home, and I've been dragged out of my home several times because my mum made that all happen. Yeah. Definitely, they're going to send me transport at 1 o'clock. Now, already, I was speaking yesterday about the jewellers and everything. That they're waiting for me to come down. I'm waiting for a gold ring to actually come back into the shop for me to collect and then put it back in again to get myself £150 to last me until I get my benefits. Now, the last time in January when I got sectioned and taken to Basingstoke, because you know that already. The situation was my budgeting loan was returned because I was not able to deal with it, and I ended up loads of little situations I've got to sort out because the police officer didn't give a damn about that. All she did was with whoever it was with her. I filmed them on YouTube. There she is. She's here. Well, no, not now, but like I say, she's on YouTube, and she was just. Sam, come on, Gordon, hurry up, move along then, Gordon, come on, you got to go now. And they took me to Basingstoke, right? And then I got transferred to Mulberry Lodge. And I've been all over the country in section units because my mother, she's trying to protect my brothers who was selling drugs all the time. And Steve Flood, who abused his mother. He made her, verbally abused her and moaned and shouted at her and took money off her and all sorts of stuff. And he was selling drugs in Neptune Court, right? And I'm trying to say everything that's going on in Lordshill about the drugs and about the children I looked after, the family that I looked after, right? Okay, I'm getting no protection from the police at all. And now, tomorrow, I'm getting another visit, right, where they want me to go and have injection, depot injection and haloperidol. And it's all got to stop because I said I've got human rights and I don't want it, and I'm not going to have it. I've told you exactly what's going on. The police are protecting drug dealers. Yeah, but look, I've just told you they're coming round at 1 o'clock. I just told you to get an injunction and stop them. I know you're a lawyer that's going to do nothing for me, right? This is the problem. I've had different lawyers trying to get me out of section units and they do nothing. All they want to do is get their money and that's it. They don't care about nothing. Well, I got myself out. I did, didn't I? You know that already. You told me how good I can get. And I mean, but what have you done for me? I've just Citizens Advice told me to get my lawyer, and so did who was it? Someone else said about getting a lawyer. But like I say, what's the point in talking to a lawyer? They ain't going to do nothing for you. Yeah, well, you're supposed to be a lawyer. You should be able to talk to Courtney and tell him I'm going to take him to court. They're assessing me, but what about my mother who was allowing drugs in the house and letting my brothers selling drugs and Steve Flood selling drugs? Steve Flood telling me I was in a relationship with his dear old mum, right? And then he says I'm not well and shit like that. When I was looking after the other family next door to my mother's and other families across the town, right? I've been looking after a lot of people actually, right? And I don't see any effort from you at all. So you can't do nothing at all then. I asked you to get an injunction to stop Desborough House and Mowbray Lodge coming to my home and sectioning me again. You got no power. Right, you got no power. Swain and Co. have got then no power to stop a visit from Mowbray Lodge. Is that what you're saying? Right, okay, then you're live on YouTube. You're Swain and Co. Yep, Tom Battersby. Tom Battersby can't do nothing for me. You can't stop the community mental health. Now, what have we got in the community? Lots of dark people working for the NHS. Doctors who are Indian, African, Asian, all sorts, and they're not looking after the British people. I'm the one that's looking after people, right? The police are actually they're not even protecting me at all. Okay, this is it. Oh, good luck with it all. Yeah, okay, Swain and Co. Tom Battersby. Good luck, Gordy. Yeah, do it on your own. Get yourself out of shit. Go on and Gordy. That's all right, Swain and Co. You're on YouTube. Swain and Co. Tom Battersby. He's fucking shit. What do I do? Shall I phone Mabry and see what's going on? Instagram. Liked your photo. Let's see what photo is it. Oh yeah, look at this. This is I reported them, right? This is it, right? Wealthy black club, black people, wealthy with loads of money. They're making people suffer in this country. Loads of black people. Yeah, there they are. Yep. This is on Instagram. But look at what I do. I catch the little fuckers, so I make them look stupid. People love what I do. Yeah. I'm followed by Princess Beatrice and also Kate Middleton. And the other situation is on Twitter, I'm followed by Holly Willingby. Okay, but who's protecting me? Who is protecting me? Oh shit, this is a 3-hour situation. Oh my God. That's crazy. We've got to try and stop the visit from Mowbray Lodge. Right, let's get out of there. Mowbray. Oh. Hello, Kingsley Ward. What can I say? It's Gordon White. Becky. That's quite funny, really, because my daughter's named Becky and she's my next of kin. Right, because I didn't trust my mum because my mum was letting my brothers sell loads of drugs and everything like that, right? And also Steve Flood, well, he killed his, he made his mum so upset she died in the end. And what it was, he was selling drugs in Neptune Court in the community in Lordshill. And my mum, she hated it because there was 5 children next door, and she was worried about my brothers getting caught out and my mother losing her home and everything because she was selling loads of drugs. No, she wasn't selling drugs. My brother was selling drugs. Now, the situation is I looked after a family next door, and I'm still trying to look after myself, but I'm getting abuse from what my mum did. Is my mum went to Desborough House, right, and tried to cover up all the drugs going on, right, and she got me sectioned. That's what she done. Yes, she did. And now all I seem to get is abuse from the police and everything. And I've just gone on to Citizens Advice, and I've got an email from Citizens Advice somewhere about taking the NHS to court. So I'll have to go through my emails and find that. But what I want to do is get an injunction against Dr. Courtney because he's threatening to send me transport tomorrow at 1 o'clock to take me from my home in Chelmsford to Mowbray Lodge again, and I've been dragged all over the country. My daughter's been all over the country, looking out for your dad, to make sure, because I'm actually scared. My daughter don't even like my brothers because my brothers were selling drugs all the time. Now, what are you going to do? You're going to get Courtney to back off, and because I'm going to get an injunction against him if I can, and I'm going to get millions out of fucking NHS because the NHS and police are not protecting me. The police they're not even bothered about the drugs that are being sold. This is it. I mean, what we're going to do? Well, actually, what it is, I'll tell you what it is. I've not been home long, right? Because I got abuse. I got dragged out of my house and taken to Basingstoke from January until now, right? Now I'm finally at home. I spent £20 to clean my kitchen up and make it nice. And my place is all right. My place is decorated and nice. I made it nice for me, right? And Basingstoke Parklands said my place was squalor. So why can't people leave me alone and get away from me, okay, and abusing me all the time? When Dr. Courtney, he should use his knowledge, his intelligence. Some people do look after people, and I do look after people, but I'm not happy to be faced with like dark-skinned people everywhere all the time, like, from Desborough House, all the section units, the night shifts in the section units, loads of brown people I don't even know. It scares me. Yeah, tell Dr. Courtney I've got plans already. I'm going to the jewellers tomorrow. I won't be at home. And I'm going to get an injunction against Mowbray Lodge and Desborough House because I've had abuse, and the police are not even interested about my brothers who were selling drugs all over Southampton. And Steve Flood, right? His mother's dead now, like I say, and he was selling drugs in Neptune Court, a warden-controlled Neptune Court, because I phoned him up when I was in a section unit because he actually managed to get my mother to get me sectioned. And it's absolute madness. It's crazy. Right, what are you going to do? Are you going to get hold of Courtney? Yeah, stop all this visiting my home and filling me up with medication because I don't want it. I don't want haloperidol and I don't want a depot injection. Thank you, Becky. Bye-bye. Oh. Look at this. Look. NHS will say fucking shit, but they do fucking get all cuddled up with the NHS and the police. They work together. Yeah. Yeah. it's sad really, because in this here, there's loads of photographs, evidence. You know what I mean? Evidence. What can I say? I've got loads and loads of evidence of me looking after people. Well, you'll see smiles and shit like that. Smiles where I make people feel so good, it's crazy, right? But like I say, all I'm getting an abuse. Tomorrow I won't be here because I'll be dragged into a section unit again. Who's going to do what? All right, 4 minutes, and I'm going to say goodbye. That's 3 hours. Okay. It's sad. Well, you heard me when I first started this live broadcast. Right, you know I was having a go at the police because I was pissed off because they'd done nothing for me at all, nothing. They let a police officer fucking section me. It's absolute bollocks. They scared the shit out of me. I was born a little boy, and now I'm fucking like all grown up, and I'm looking after people. And what's happening? Maybe I never paid tax. I didn't work for the NHS. I didn't work for the police. I didn't work for the social services. But I was doing a better job than all of them. And my mum was protecting my other brothers who was selling drugs. Yeah, seriously. And Steve Flood, he's not well, really, honestly, he's not. Right? He sells drugs, and that's what he does. Stephen Flood. He's in Southampton somewhere. Find Stephen Flood, arrest him, take him into a cell somewhere. You know, maybe do something, right? Just get him arrested or sectioned or something. Steve Flood, right? He's the one that's selling drugs in Neptune Court in Lord's Hill, Southampton, UK. I'm so pissed off. Why have I got to try and protect myself all the time? Let's go on Reels. Let's go on Reels and let them know that they can come now and see this. Reels. Yeah. Reels. Hello, this is Gordon White. I'm at 61 Cox Road, Channels 40, Hants, and I'm about to get abducted again tomorrow. I'm getting a visit from a section unit, and they're going to pick me up and force medication on me, the Depot and haloperidol. Right, I'm trying to get an injunction against them, but like I say, Swain and Co. He ain't got the power over them. Who's going to stop Dr. Courtney? Dr. Courtney in Malbury Lodge, Winchester. This is Gordon White. I'm at 61 Cox Road, Channels 40, Hants, and I'm about to get abducted again tomorrow. I'm getting a visit from a section unit, and right, there we go. If you go on Gordy Easley, one word, Gordy Easley at gmail.com. Okay, you can find I've been sat here for 3 hours now, right? And I've been trying to sort shit out. Yeah. I've been dealing with phone contracts, abuse. Like I got an email from the police. They won't do nothing to protect me at all. No, Carol Flood's dead. If you go on Gordy Easley, one word, Gordy Easley at gmail.com. Okay, you can find that I've been here for 3 hours now, right? And I've been trying to sort it out. Yeah, I've been dealing with phone contracts, abuse, like. Right, you have to go now. Go on Instagram, look for the Real Stone Raver. You'll find me.